You don't need to be rich to have nice things. You just suck at being poor. Come with me. Hello, it is I, Dave Bell, purveyor of unnice things and lover of cheap beer. I got a microphone, so hopefully you guys can hear me better today. So, what my intro means, you don't need nice things. You just suck at being poor. So a lot of people out there will tell you need a $1,000 rifle or a $1,500 rifle and a $2,000 optic to go kill an animal. Our forefathers shot animals with black powder cartridges. So that's my thing. Like, we could figure this shit out without having to go drop heaps of cash. I don't have heaps of cash to drop on a rifle. I don't have heaps of cash to drop on gear. I'm gonna go out there with my horse and do what I have to do. So what this video is about today, as you can probably tell by the title, is about a rifle that's very near and dear to me that I have been longing after for a long time. Now, I am a huge fan, and I'm sure you guys have seen on the channel, if you follow the channel, of the, that's not the right one, of 30-06. Everybody knows 30-06. If you don't know it, you should know it. If you ain't shot it, you should shoot it. There it is, 30-06, standard. Just that thing's been killing deer for 120 some odd years. Almost 120 years, 119 years. Yeah, 03. 03 is technically, it was a 30-03. We're not gonna get lost in technicalities here. Here it is, next to 30-06, the parent case. There is your 35 Whelen. I call it a Whelen, partially due to my love of country music. Anyway, 35 Whelen, what's it gonna run you to buy one? Just to buy one. It wasn't even a semi-spec cartridge until the 80s, even though it hadn't been Wildcat cartridge since the 20s. Why was the Whelen developed? We're gonna go into that real quick. Whelen was developed because H&H, Holland, they had 375 H&H, I believe, and they had the Magnum Action patent. To buy that Magnum Action, it had to come over from overseas. I want to say they were probably from England, but they might have been from Holland. Who knows? I don't care enough about European guns to research it enough. Anyway, so I'm never going to tell you I know anything I don't know. So Mr. Whelen, my personal folk hero, was like, how do I get this 30-06, which is just in every 1903. You can buy them by the barrels. We're talking a post-World War I era. We had more than enough 1903s laying around. You could buy them, and you guys, some guys come over and take them. They were shooting people. They were shooting animals with 30-06s. And he's like, well, how do we get that Magnum performance out of this 30-06 case? And Whelen, I believe, was ahead of his time because he came up with the 35 Whelen. Now, the 300 Win Mag, I believe, is also a standard action. That, I believe, is also a driving force to make the 300 Win Mag. It came in the same action. It was a standard length action. I don't think you need a Magnum action for a 300 Win Mag. I think it's pushing that spec. I could be wrong. Anyway, so 35 Whelen came about. He necked up a 30-06 to 358 and set it. And he got Magnum performance. Took moose with it. I don't know if he took bison with it, but I know for sure he took moose in it. He talks about that in his book, Wilderness and Wildcraft, which I've read. Believe it or not, I can read. Evidence to the contrary. The Poor Man's Magnum is what it was called. Poor Man's Magnum. It performed flawlessly, and when it finally came to spec in the 80s, I surmise that it didn't sell well because it was sold in a 1 in 16 twist barrel. And your very common 200 plus grain bullets wouldn't stabilize. So I believe it was kind of labeled an inaccurate rifle for the time. So what I did is I bought this Winchester 670 because I'm too poor for a Winchester Model 70 at a pawn shop for 150 bucks. And I took that barreled action up to Kalispell when I went to my bear course and dropped it off at McGowan Barrels in Kalispell, Montana. And I gave them all my specs. I said I wanted a 20-inch barrel, threaded. I think it's 5/8 by 24. I want the factory sights reinstalled on the new barrel, match the contour and everything. And for around 500 bucks, I went and picked it up because it's in Kalispell. It's in my state. My parents actually picked it up. They were camping up there at the time. So they brought it down to me just now, and they put me a 35 Whelen barrel on a 30-06. And so there it is. You can buy the old 35 Whelens for around 1,200 bucks. I don't have 1,200 bucks off the hip. or you can buy a pawn shop rifle. Even if you don't live in the state, you can send your action off to them for $50, ship through your FFL, and pay half down. So you got, say you buy or have a rifle sitting around for $100 or whatever, $150, $200. So for $250, you get your project started, and then you pay the other $250 later. And you got 6 months. It took about 6 months for them to get it done. So you got 6 months to come up with $250 to $300. Now, like I said, I'm not swimming in money right now, but I can come up with $300 in 6 months. I can come up with $300 in a couple weeks if I had to. I'm gonna have to sell some motorcycles. So there it is. There's your budget. 35 Whelen. You know, drop $1,000 on one that's the 1 in 16 twist. I got this thing in a 1 in 12 twist. Now, a 1 in 14 is kind of regarded as the medium port. Like, okay, you can stabilize your heavier 250 grain bullets, which is what I'm using. I'm using these Spitzers from Northwest Reloading, which is the only place I could find them right now. These 250 grain Spitzer soft points, Spitzer style. I might not be using the term correctly, but we're gonna use it anyway. And that 1 in 16 really won't stabilize those 250s, so I got a 1 in 12 because I don't plan on shooting below 200 grains. Actually, if I could have, it wasn't an option. If I could have, I would have gone 1 in 10 because, I mean, I'm not going to put a 180 grain in this rifle. If I want to shoot 180 grains, I'll buy 180 grains for my 30-06. I already shoot 175 grains LRXs. I shoot 168 grains TTSXs if I wanted to for barns, for deer size game. Which really is kind of overkill, honestly. But this is going to be a great little bear, elk, and deer gun, and maybe moose one day, if I ever, can draw a tag. Didn't get drawn for antelope. I'm a little salty about that, Montana. I put in 3 regions. They were 99% draw rate. According to Go Hunt, I did not get it. But that's okay, because I don't have a small enough gun for antelope, as of currently. Like I said, I got 30-40 Craig, and 45-70, and 30-06. I'm sure I could load 30-06 down with 150 grain and do just fine. I've shot plenty of Georgia whitetail like that. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is you can buy 30, you can go this route and pay as you go and get your 35 Whelen if that's what you're looking for. I'm gonna slap one of the optics on that I got for free from my company. So slap another $200 towards it. You're still under the $1,000 mark for your whole setup. And you got a 300-yard easy gun that will take down just about anything in North America. Anything in North America. And I'd probably, given the ballistics of it, take it to Africa. So we're gonna do some more videos on loading of it. I've already loaded up some cartridges for it. I didn't want to put a video out about loading the cartridges up before I had the gun in hand because I wanted this to kind of be a surprise. And I've been gone for a while. Like I said, I've been up in the Swan Valley, chasing around horses and stuff, running mule strings up into the mountains and learning just how to keep people out there for extended periods of time, and how to keep myself out there for an extended period of time. The wilderness out here is a little different than the Southeast, a lot different. So anyway, there's your option. This is the option I went with. We're gonna bed the stock with some JB Weld because, like I said, I'm poor. So we're gonna use JB Weld. That's gonna be an interesting journey. I'll probably video that and show y'all how to bed the stock with JB Weld. It can be done. You can buy the kits from Midway, but you can do it with JB Weld from your hardware store too. We're gonna go ahead and slap the optic on it. We're gonna see how this groups with different loads, and we're gonna see how the bullets perform from Northeast Reloading. Pardon, with milk jugs full of water because I don't have the money for ballistics gel. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys follow along with me. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am about this rifle. Probably gonna throw a muzzle brake on it, a nice little nasty muzzle brake on it, and just have a great time with it. No, there's no way you guys are as excited as I am about this rifle. This is gonna be my forever rifle. I'm gonna kill everything with this. I mean, harvest. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. Y'all go hug your mamas, do all those good things in there you're capable of, and watch for buyers.